Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? You broke your arm? I don't care about those details. That's fine. I'm just kidding. What happened?
I tore my labrum.
Labia? He tore his labia. Poor man tore his labia on the New Year's Eve. Can you believe that? That's so sad. Hello, welcome. I'll help heal your labia today. So, before I get started with my jokes, what I want to do is I start with impressions. Do you guys enjoy impressions? How old are you? No. No. That's how they get us. That's how you get cancelled very fast. That's not right. No. I'm going to need 2 forms of ID today. That's not right. But I'm going to start with a quick impression joke, and if you like it, tell me what it is. I'm not going to tell you what this impression is. You have to tell me what it is. Is that fair? Okay, let's do the first one. Hello, I am your Uber driver. Uber driver, you got it. Good job, good job. Come on, guys, get with the program. You're 18 now. Don't be stupid. You're an adult now, okay? Come on. Guys, Halloween just passed. Let's do a spooky one. Okay, I'm going to do a scary impression, spooky ghost impression. Ready? Hello, I'm your pilot today. Is it too soon? It's been a few months. Was that too much? Should I drop the accent now? Is that like I feel like things got kind of weird there. I always, the pilot thing was just. I mean, it's what the new year now, folks. So I don't have an accent, by the way. That was a fictional accent. Who really believed that? Did you guys believe that? Oh my God, it worked. The couple's not impressed. They're like, no, we did not believe that. You bastard. Like they're just giving me that look. Like I don't know what it is, dude. After every single show, I get at least one person coming up to me and said, "That accent, was that real?" Like, no, of course not. It wasn't real. I don't talk in an accent. I text in an accent. I really do. So English is my mom's second language. There's certain words and phrases she doesn't understand. The other day I got a text from her. I'm going to share it for you guys. This is exactly what the text message from my mom said. Car no work, come jack off tire. Let's read that in an accent. Let's try to understand, put some context to it. Car no work. Come jack off tire. She has a flat tire. She wants me to jack the tire off and replace it, but you can't let stuff like that go. Like that is a freebie from God. You only get so many. You have to address it right away. So I texted her back. I said, at work, I jack off tonight. I did. It was actually a really fun night. It was really cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. But I don't know what it is. In my head, I don't look like an accent guy. I don't look like I have an accent. Like to me, in my head, if I were to put a picture to it, I look like a dude who works at like Metro PCS. Like, not the store, like not a brick and mortar, like the kiosk at the mall next to the head massage lady. Like I feel like I look like that guy. And my wife actually gave me the idea for that. We walked by that guy next to the head massage lady. He's like, you want to switch your cell phone program? She's like, babe, you look just like him. I'm like, put your finger down, he can hear us. Don't, like, what are you doing? He's like, no, he has a beard and he looks Arab. I'm like, I'm not Arab, you're being racist right now. What are you doing? And then she looked at me up and down. She's like, no, you're fatter. I know, but I'm scared of my wife. I can't say anything back. Is there any other, you guys married? How long have you been married? Ooh, no idea. He's just like, oh, fuck. Olympics were, back in 2018. 26 years? American years. Okay, all right, fair enough. Are you guys married? Are you dating? Wow, okay. We're gonna move right past that. I don't know what's going on there, but that was very dark and ominous. 3 years? Oh, okay, so you're engaged. Congratulations. How long have you been engaged? 3 years. Awesome. Okay. That's spot on. I don't know what just happened. That's very cool. Planning a wedding soon? Waiting for COVID to die out? Or... Again, I'm moving right past whatever's happening right now. Any married folks in the back? Are you guys married there? How long have you been? Is that your husband across from you? Oh, very cool. How long have you guys been married? Wow, all right. Round of applause for everyone engaged and you guys and 33. That's awesome. 26. Very cool. Are these your kids? All 3 of them? You just picked up an 18-year-old on the way here? That's what happened? Okay. Are you, what's the... That's your girlfriend? How old are you? Dude, you lucked out here. You can do better. But seriously though, you guys seem like you're happy. It's not gonna last. I just want to warn you. It doesn't. Young love never does. I mean, you guys are just letting them be right now. Like, yeah, this is gonna be the one that lasts. But we all know. I've been married a little while now. So listen, correct me if I'm wrong, folks. You guys are engaged, married couples. The big change I noticed in my life after I got married, the one change I noticed was you can't brag about like your sex life when you used to. Like, when you were dating someone, you can go to your buddies and say, dude, I had sex with my girl last night. My man, like they'd, dap you up and be all happy and proud. The day I got married, all of that changed. I went to my buddies, like, hey, I had sex with my wife last night. Like, okay, cool. Do you not do that all the time? Is that not, why would you sign a contract if not? And I can't use the word nailed anymore. I went to my buddies, I was like, dude, I nailed my wife last night. Oh my God, to what? Nailed her? I can't mention any of the kinky stuff. Are you sure you're 18? Okay, I can't mention any of the kinky stuff anymore. I went to my buddy, was like, my wife shoved her finger right up my ass last night. He's like, dude, there's a pandemic going on. Like, that is not sanitary. Like, that's how COVID started in Wuhan. Just one finger up the ass, Try that next if let's really end this relationship super fast. So. But no, like your whole life changes after you get married. My life is changing in general. I recently lost my job. No, don't be sad, it's awesome. I lost my job because of COVID. Poor work performance, but mostly COVID. But I have all this free time now, it's awesome. So I spent 8 hours yesterday doing what anyone in my shoes would do. You have nothing else going on. I Googled the worst restaurants in America. That was my whole day. I spent Googling the worst. Anybody care to guess what number 1 was on that list? Applebee's was 8, I believe. It wasn't as high as I thought it would be. Yeah. Denny's was number 2. You're very close. McDonald's was number 1 on that list, voted by Americans, I assume. So it was the worst. And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh my God, I kind of don't. Do you guys like McDonald's? Round of applause if you enjoy McDonald's. No, it's okay. It's like a hit or miss, right? I hate McDonald's. There's 2 reasons I hate McDonald's. I'm going to share both reasons for you guys tonight. 2 reasons. The first reason I hate McDonald's is, you guys remember that story where that lady sued McDonald's because she burned herself with a coffee? We hate that lady? Is that how we feel about that? Here's a true story. So McDonald's ran a smear campaign against this poor woman. So this poor woman went to McDonald's through the drive-thru to get a cup of coffee. The lid wasn't on the coffee. It was 195 degrees, which I'm told is hotter than it should be. It fell into her lap, and she burned her vagina. 3rd-degree burns to her vagina. Like, I don't have a vagina, but I can imagine you don't want to burn your vagina. Like, that's not what Cardi B had in mind when she wrote Wet-Ass Pussy. You guys remember that song? Do you like that song, guys? Yeah, it's good? And he's like, my parents are right here, dude. I just broke my labia. Calm down, man. But I hate McDonald's for that reason, man, because I'm getting older, and I'm like, oh my God, that could happen to me one day. I'm not as smart as I used to be. Like, I'll drop some coffee on my vagina. It could happen, So it started freaking me out, because now that you get older, your whole life changes, your perspective changes. Like, my life is changing. We just bought our first house. My wife and I bought our first home. I'm so excited, because I have neighbors now. And I have to prove to them that I'm an American. Because that's what you do. Like, I have this neighbor named Ron, and just as eager as I am to prove my Americanness, Ron is just as eager to prove how tolerant he is. Like, it's a perfect mix. Like, the first time I met Ron, he walked up to me, he's like, Akbar. I'm like, that's not how you say that name. That's not right. And by the way, I don't know what this response was, but anytime I correct him on how to say my name, he just goes. I'm like, okay, all right. He's like, Akbar, listen. I'm glad you moved in here, brother, because we have diversity here now on our street. I don't see color. All right, I see a white man, I don't see color. I see a colored, I don't see color. Like, you can't say that, Ron. That's how you get canceled. It's like, no, I'll be friends with the Chinese. Chinese. That's what he said to me. I'll be friends with the Chinese. I don't care what kind of Chinese he is. He could be Korean. He could be Vietnamese, Mandalorian. I don't care. We'll be friends. That's not even as bad as it got. He came up to me a week later. He's like, Akbar, we're throwing a barbecue at our house this Sunday. Now, I don't know if your God allows you to come to football games and barbecues, but I'd love to have you out, brother. And I'm like, oh my God, what kind of horrible invite was that, right? So I went because I have to prove I'm an American, Like, I went, and Ron introduced me like you would an exotic animal you just bought. Like, if you just bought like a unicorn, that's how he introduced me. Like, he's like, guys, gather around. Akbar's here. He's so tall, isn't he? They don't normally get that tall, I think. I'm like, oh, what the hell? How many of us do you bring here, you know? His buddy was worse. His buddy walked up to me. He's like, Akbar. I'm like, no, not Akbar. No. Now listen, where are you from, boy? Oh, we're doing boy. Okay. Chicago. No. Where are you from? Illinois? I don't know what to say right now. He's like, no, where are you from? Ron walks up, saves the day. He's like, he's from Afghanistan. It's not the right stand. That's not where I'm from. Now, this is what a grown man, Ron's friend, said to me. Looked me in the eyes. It's hard to say this without laughing. Looks me dead in the eyes. He goes, okay, Afghanistan, all right. Salaks and Lagas. I'm like, huh? What the hell did you just say? Then I started processing it. I'm like, oh my God, did you just try to say Assalamu alaikum? But what came out of your mouth was, I also like some Legos? So we need to move now because I don't want to be there anymore. Like, it's getting worse. But I did learn a lot from Ron. I did. He taught me all about football, barbecues, how to call the cops on our black neighbors, all the cool stuff you want to learn when you move into a new neighborhood, you know? Yeah, I really need to move. I hate it. I really do. I was so stressed out, I needed to like decompress from that, so I wanted to get a massage. Clap for me if you enjoy massages. Labia just clapped his leg right there. That's funny. So I got one massage my entire life. You guys are not gonna like where this goes because it seems like everybody enjoys massages. I got one. My entire life, I got one massage. This year at 32 years old, I walked in and I was super nervous. I told the lady, I was like, this is my first massage. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. Now, I don't know if I had Ron fresh on my mind, but I expected Mei Ling, maybe Kai Lai to walk out the door. I get Ivan Drogo from Rocky IV. Like the big 8-foot-tall Russian dude walks out. She's like, this is his first massage. You be nice to him. If he dies, he dies. Oh, shit. You walk into a lightly dim room. You guys know the room, right? There's like elevator music playing, candles are lit. Has a table there. Table has a hole in it. Take your face in the hole. Your other hole's exposed. So I did all that. I'm laying there, my face in the hole. He walks up. He's like, you want hard massage, soft massage? Like, dude, I just want this to be over. Whatever it takes. Folks, put yourself in my shoes. The very first massage I ever got, 32 years old, the next feeling I felt was warm, hot liquid just shooting all over my back. And I was hoping and praying it's oil, because this is a big guy. And that's like body temperature feeling, you know? And then he did this weird thing. You guys enjoy massages. Tell me what this is called. Michelle, tell me what this is called. I have no idea. So he did this thing where he grabbed my fingers, and this is how I describe it to people. He grabbed my fingers during the massage and just started jerking them off. Just one by one, just jerking off my fingers. I'm like, dude, I do not want a happy ending to this massage. Like, I want the saddest ending possible to this massage. Then as I was laying there, I started thinking, have you guys ever driven down a dead shopping center where there's like an old Circuit City sign that used to be there? Nothing has been there since. On the second story, not the first story, the second story of this dead shopping center, the only lights that are on say the word massage. How are they in business? And I figured it out too, folks. The folks that clap for me when I asked if you enjoy massages, clap for me if you've ever heard of a website called Rub Maps. All right, we're on social awareness. All right, I did have one guy who knows, and I think he got divorced from his wife. So what it is basically is, it's the Yelp of massage parlors. This is 100% true, by the way. Google it, delete your search history right afterwards. So it's basically Yelp of massage parlors. You put your zip code in, but they don't tell you which bakeries offer the best cookies near your house. They tell you which massage parlors closest to your house, so you don't have to walk, offer services. How much those services cost. Maybe you can upgrade any of those services as well. This is 100%. I've been trying to shut them down, but there's always like, my man right here is like, well, that's disgusting. What's that, RUBMAPS? Is that what it's called? Dude, I think their viewership, they're still around. They're still around. I'm doing you guys a solid. No, Rub Maps, whatever, I'm not spelling it out. Rub Maps. But basically, and when you do it, when you actually go into it, all of them are called like Asia Palace, Thai Palace, Chinese Kingdom. Like, what's going on in Asia? You know, like we're trying to bring all our manufacturing jobs back to the US, but our hand jobs we're still outsourcing. You know, like, it's insane. And this is all still real and it's out there and it freaks me out, you know? And the second reason I don't like McDonald's, because we're still doing that, because I lost my train of thought. The second reason I don't like McDonald's, folks, is I had this buddy growing up. By the way, you're 18, right? And how old are you? You're 18 as well? You just found whatever same age next door? Cool, man. So let me guys ask, what is gaslighting? You guys know what that is? Does anybody know what gaslighting is? So, but by the way, I'm going to do you guys a solid. This is the perfect term. It's a new trendy term on TikTok, but I have no idea what it means, and I don't think anybody else does either. My buddy was telling me, have you ever listened to a friend talk and you're just kind of nodding your head, not paying attention, and then they ask you for advice, and you're like, fuck, I got to say something. So my buddy was telling me all about his problem that he's having with his girlfriend, and then he's like, yeah, so what do you think? I'm like, oh shit, I got to pick something. Well, it sounds like she's gaslighting you. He's like, oh my God, exactly. She's doing just that. Nobody has heard this term before. Have you heard the term before? What does it mean?
I think it means that somebody's trying to make you upset for no reason or something like that. Like they're just trying to throw gas on a fire for gaslighting you.
I feel like you're gaslighting me right now. Like I feel like I'm being gaslit because I have no idea what this term means. I didn't have a lot of brown friends growing up. My best friend was this kid named Hank. Hank was white. Hank was purebred. I loved Hank. We grew up together. We were friends since we were kids, man. I loved that kid. We 5 years old. We used to have like sleepovers, which my mom never understood, by the way. She didn't get that at all. I used to bring him over. She's like, "You're going to just have that boy over here? Like he doesn't have a house?" I'm like, "No, he has a house, but he's going to spend the night. This is what Americans do." So like, you're going to like sleep in the same bed with him all night long? My mom never had the sex talk with me. She had the gay talk at that very moment. She's like, some boys like boys. You are not allowed to do that. I'm like, okay, good to know, Mom. Thank you very much. She was right to be concerned. Hank is gay. He just came out of the closet last year. We don't support that? Okay, that's fine. You guys don't, that's fine. Labia's like, I will not clap my leg for that man being gay. But he's gay. I don't give a shit if he's gay. It doesn't matter. Like, he's never hit on me or anything. It'd be weird. But I love him. I love him to death. Like, he's super cool. Everybody was cool with it. Again, the only person who didn't get it was my mom. Because she just didn't understand. Like, I remember explaining it to her. I was talking to my mom. She's like, I found a great girl for your friend Hank at my gym. Here is her phone number. Give it. I'm like, no, Mom. I'm going to slide that back. Hank prefers men. I prefer men too. We all prefer men. It's no problem. Give the number. Mom, Hank sleeps with men. Didn't you sleep at the same bed with Hank when you were growing up, By the way, but I need a new best friend. I really do. Because it changed my entire life. I need a new friend. I need more brown friends. But Hank, you know why I loved Hank? Because Hank introduced me to the greatest thing in the world, weed. You guys like weed? Yeah, right? How awesome is weed? You guys smoke weed? Are you saying? He said, no, sir. That's how you know that answer is just because parents are right behind him. He's like, no, sir, I'm a military boy. I plan on getting straight A's and serving my country. That's awesome. All right, cool. Do you smoke weed? Okay. She seems super nervous. Do you know your kids are doing drugs right now? This is awful. But I love it. What about parents? You guys smoke weed? No. I should pick on another family. This whole thing, there's going to be so much. You guys are from Ohio? It's not legal in Ohio. Oh, okay, it's not legal here either, but you can work around that, just getting it illegally. Like, my man, hit me up while you're here. We'll get you squared away. You guys like weed? Okay, how long ago was that? Really? Wow, dude, you guys are aging very well. Good, that's awesome. Wow, yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that long. You guys, I know like weed. Yeah, yeah. I love weed, dude. I love it. Once in your life, was it good? Dude, so I had this problem. I don't smoke as much as I used to, by the way. I'm just gonna throw that out there because I had this problem where like, I got so high that I started being able to pinpoint the moment I got high based off my like Google search history. Like down to the second. My wife came home one day, she's like, the trash can's outside, you didn't bring it back in. I was like, oh shit, dude, I forgot. She's like, give me your phone, I'm gonna see if you're high. Fuck. Okay. 6:15 p.m., funny cat videos. That doesn't mean I'm high, right? Everybody Googles those, I did that right before I got up here. That's no problem. 8:15 p.m., how to jack off a tire. It's related to a previous joke that nobody remembers, babe, don't worry about that. 9:15 p.m., here's where things got weird. But before I tell you what 9:15 p.m. was, put yourself in my shoes, because it sounds like I was super high, but really think about it, this is hard to do. 9:15 p.m. was how to stuff a taco into a burrito. On paper, that sounds like, oh, he was definitely high, but really think about it. You can't crack that shell, and it's all gotta stay in one piece. And then 10:15 p.m. was how to tell if your burrito's a racist. So, no backing it up. I was super high at 10:15 p.m. But I really do. I got too high, and it was like a gateway drug for me. Like I really wanted to try more things. That really does happen. So I'm glad you don't smoke, because I started thinking, man, like I want to try cocaine. Really? Have you guys ever tried cocaine, parents? You should do it. You're on vacation. Just do some coke. Put them to sleep, man. I'd never tried cocaine. You guys tried coke before? Yeah, right? At high school, right? 37 years ago? Okay, I'm sure, buddy. Everything was 37 years ago. I'd never tried it, but I want to try it because it looks very sexy to me. Are you sure you're 18? Jesus, I can't, like, when you get up here, you'll see exactly why I keep asking that question. But it blows my mind. I feel like there's going to be a middle school ID that just falls out of her purse as soon as she stands up right now. One of those, like, horse-named middle schools, like Brown Stallion Middle. But that's fine. So I literally, like, I would get this, I had this problem, I want to try cocaine. Anytime you watch a movie, there's always a beautiful woman just snorting coke and blowing everybody. It's amazing, you know? I want to be in that room. Dude, it's true. They make it seem so... Snorting coke and blowing everybody. Don't worry about what I watch. You worry about what you watch, young man. Sitting here breaking his damn labia and judging my TV. So I like, if a beautiful woman came out to me right now, and said, "Do you want to snort some coke right off my ass?" No. Hey, oh my God. Ew. Yes, I do. Yeah, because that's pretty cool. Like, that's a story you can tell. But crack, the cooked version of cocaine, is not as sexy. You know what crack is not sexy. Like, if that same woman came up to you and said, "Do you want to smoke some crack right out of my ass?" Ew, no, oh my, ugh, ew. Yes, absolutely, because that's, again, what an awesome story that would be. Like, I smoke crack out of a random woman's ass on stage. Like, that would be so cool. But I do have a drug problem, I'm not gonna lie. Like, so, my wife, I went with her to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. Not for any reason you're thinking. My wife's a mental health therapist. So I was like, you know what? She had to go to this meeting to relay the information to her clients. I didn't want to send my 90-pound wife to a room full of addicts. I say 90 pounds, that's a good weight to say my wife is, right? Yeah, because that's not offensive. I realized anything over 100, and she's like, "Whoa, why'd you say that on stage? That's not true." So I keep it at 90. So I went with her to this meeting. I was totally wrong. Nicest people you will ever meet in your entire life are an AA meeting. Make that your next date night. Go to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. I had the dude who was running the meeting walk up to me afterwards, put his hands on my shoulder. He's like, "Listen, buddy, you took the first step to sobriety today." I was like, "Oh, thank you. I'm not an addict, though. Like, I'm here to support my wife." Looks at my 90-pound wife. "Listen, buddy, you don't have to lie. You're in a safe place." Before I could say a word, put his hands on my lips. So I gave it a little kiss, like, what do you do in that situation? I went there to support my wife, and I left with a sponsor. His name's Dave. We're going golfing on Sunday. It's awesome. Definitely go. It's great. Like, I need him in my life at this point. Because I did this other thing, folks. I did this other thing called edibles. You guys know what edibles are? 37 years ago, right? When it didn't exist, that's the last time you tried it? Dude, I bought these gummy worms. You bought the brownies? My man. Dude, I wanted to try them. They apparently now, they come in a company, like a company logo, nutritional facts, calories. Like, it's like legitimate now. I bought the gummy worms because they didn't have the baked goods. So I was like, all right, let's try the gummy worms. I'm a fan. Edibles are weird. I don't know if I'm gonna taste this or not. So I took an edible gummy out. I put it in my mouth. Guys, delicious, amazing. So I took another one. I am not gonna overdo it. I'm only taking half more, and that is it. But I'm not a wasteful person, so I took the other half too. So I'm at 3, and then I read the dosage. 1,100 milligrams per gummy. Yeah. For the functioning folks in the room who don't know how much that is, let me provide some context for you. So imagine if you had a tickle in your throat. You think, "Oh my God, I'm getting sick." You walk to the kitchen, you pour yourself a teaspoon of cough syrup, bring it into your mouth. By total mistake, total accident, could happen to anybody. You drop it. You pick up a gallon of tequila, and you start drinking that instead. Same thing. The worst part about edibles, back me up on this because I know you're lying. So you have a solid 3-hour window. You are 100% sober, and you know this is going to be horrible when it kicks in. Like, I was pacing back and forth like, I have made a grave mistake tonight. I've messed up. My wife walks out 40 minutes later. She's like, "Why are you pacing back and forth?" I'm like, "I took edibles. Do I like look high? I don't feel high." "No, you look fatter." I know, and I didn't even kick in yet, so I couldn't have the cushion to blow or anything. I'm out here calling her 90 pounds. She's calling me fat when I'm trying to get high. Another hour goes by, nothing, Ollie. I felt nothing. I'm like, I got duds. These don't work. These are regular gummies. Took another one, popped it in my mouth. I'm just eating gummy worms at this point, right? So I took another one too. Like, I'm at 5 now, right? taking half more, that's it. I'm not a wasteful person, so I took the other half too. So I'm at 6. That's math I can't even do as to how high I should be, but nothing happened. But then, I swear to you folks, at hour 4, everything kicked in at once. I went from feeling nothing to staring at my cat. Dude, I did not teach you to shit in the litter box. That was God. And then you know the cats do that weird slow blinking thing when they love you? I was just like, I love you too, oh my God. And then her tail went up like the little fork and she's trotting around. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I am one with that species. So I was losing my mind. I was like, I am way too high right now. I need to watch TV. I need to focus on something else. I put on the show called Mansers. You guys remember Mansers? Oh, thank God. Thank you so much for not remembering. This is 100% true. You can Google it. You don't have to delete your search history. Mansers was this super popular show on Spike TV, the first network for men. So you can see where this is going. Mansers' whole premise was men have these ridiculous questions no one needs to ask. The show provides answers. Nobody needs to hear them. People paid a premium to watch this. I watched their most popular episode that day when I was high. Big question of the day was, if you funnel alcohol up your ass, do you get drunk faster? How the hell do you know that? So much confidence too, like absolutely, I've done it. I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. I'm high out of my mind watching frat boy after frat boy funnel copious amounts of alcohol up their ass. That is disgusting. And I look down at my edibles. And I look up at the screen. I wonder. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I put the gummies. I was about to make a huge mistake. I took the gummies, I put them in a drawer, closed the drawer, got into bed, put a blanket over myself, threw the blanket off myself, got out of bed, opened the drawer, took a gummy out, shoved it right up my ass. Labia. If you haven't done that yet, it works. It really does. Before I get out of here, let me just say something, guys. Out of all the crowds I have performed in front of, you guys are one of them. So give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are fucking awesome. Give it up for your host, and thank you for supporting live comedy. Thank you.